The fifth function of an operating system is to manage users and provide security. This means controlling who can use the computer and what they can do with it. One feature of user management is that different people can share the same computer, but they can each have their own personalized user interface. That is, they can each have their own user profile. For example, each user can have their own desktop wallpaper, their own color scheme, or their own set of desktop shortcuts and menu items. Users can also choose from a range of accessibility options, such as high contrast colors or bigger icons and pointers, and left-handed users can even reassign their mouse buttons. On a Windows computer, usernames and passwords are stored in a special database called the Security Accounts Manager, SAM for short. Each user also has a special configuration file called NTUSER.DAT, which is where their personalized settings are stored. This file is located on the C drive in a folder called Users. When you log on, the operating system checks the SAM to make sure you've entered the correct password for your username. This is called authentication. If they match, NTUSER.DAT is then used to apply your personal settings. As well as a customized user interface, each user can have their own documents folder in which to store their own private files. Normally, you can't see another user's documents unless you know their password, or unless you've been set up as an administrator. Administrators have much more control over the computer and other users. If your computer is connected to a network, you may have the benefit of a roaming user profile. This means that your personalized user interface will be available wherever you log on. When you log off a networked computer, any changes you've made to your settings are saved in the file NTUSER.DAT, and this is automatically copied to a server. When you log on somewhere else, the server checks your username and password, then your settings file is copied from the server and applied to that computer. So, as you move around the network from computer to computer, your profile effectively follows you. The operating system on each computer and on the server is responsible for managing roaming user profiles. And a server operating system can do much more. For example, it can allow different users different levels of access to shared resources. One user might be able to save and modify files in a particular folder on the server, while other users are only allowed to read and copy those files but not change them. Some users might be able to access a particular shared printer, whereas other users may have no access at all. And some users can be given permission to install new software onto the computers and even set up new users, whereas other users will have a much more limited experience. To recap, the operating system controls who can access a computer and what they can do with the computer. Users must log on with a username and, usually, a password. This is called authentication. There can be multiple user profiles on a single computer, so that different users can have their own personal settings. An operating system might also support roaming user profiles on a network, so that users can move comfortably between computers. A server operating system controls users' access to shared resources such as folders and printers.